Good morning, guys. How's everyone doing today? Just trying to check all my settings. Sounds good. Sounds good. Uh, Sorry about that. I'll have to look and see who we have speaking this morning. For some reason, we had like a huge sell off this morning. And we don't really have news. Is someone talking? Okay. Looks like we have a Fed speaker or Fed Governor Cook speaking, maybe. But we do have S&P Global Services and 22 minutes. I was kind of leaning to the upside this morning. So here's the 1 hour chart that kind of mentioned in the chat over here. This big gap that I was talking about to the upside, it's like right now it looks like we're running all these fair value gaps back to the upside on the 1 hour chart, or these imbalance gaps. Hit a lot of resistance here at the 750s. But I think if we get back above 750s, that we could definitely be looking for a move up to the 900s. So that's kind of what I'm going to be looking for today. All right, let me see what count's going to be best to trade today, because we have quite a bit to trade. It's like 50. Let's see. I think Bewley is still 90% off, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check the discount codes for the day. Unfortunately, I think Apex freaking went back to that freaking 50% off. What do we still got? About 5 minutes before the market opens? Oh, come on. Mm-hmm. So it looks like Julie is still 90% off, 91%. All right. The opening's coming pretty quick, guys. So basically, we sold back down and then just filled this imbalance gap back up. So So right now we're sitting at 60.31 on the ES. We also got a big gap to 36 of the upside. Let's see. We're looking at resistance levels. So 33 is a support. Above 33, next stop up's going to be 43. All right, guys, market's about to open. 10 seconds. Like I said, I think above 750, we could possibly run all the way up to the 880s. I think we had some good movement overnight. So we kind of got stuck at the support level at the 63, 64 on the ES. So no hurry, guys. No hurries. Just kind of just wait. Just going to wait on setups. Get through all this BS of movement first. Oh, no hurries. No hurries. Because we're hopefully this week we can add another funded account to our thing. We only need about $410 more. So. All right, so if we're watching the ES, you're just kind of watching the resistant levels as we move down. So it looks like next support down would be, if we start losing those 30s, that looks like next support down is going to be your 60.22 will be your next major support down. Oh shit, got above those. So we're still working to get inside that 1 hour gap here at the 750s. Like I said, I think if we find support above the 750, we could be, I think we're running to the 800s. Kind of go back and look at the NQ over here. There's a lot of support here around the 7. Well, we're above it, but above the 750s. Then I feel like we're going to probably fill in that gap today up to the 880s. But that all could change as soon as the we do have news at 9:45 this morning. All right, there comes that 43. That's right now we're just kind of going back and forth. I don't know if we're just going to have to wait for the 9:45 PMI numbers. long as that 750 holds, we're still going to be looking for longs. I think we're just going to have to wait for that first 15 minutes to kind of get over with. So the level for the longs you need to see hold up is going to be that 750s. What's up, Pine Tree? Sorry about that. Didn't see your text. I got so focused on the thing this morning. Let me put on your live real quick. I meant to click on that a while ago. All right. There comes another nice little pump here. So far, just kind of chopped first thing this morning. Like I said, guys, no hurries, no hurries. I'm definitely looking for longs. I'm definitely holding a long bias just because I feel like we're inside this gap in the 1 hour, and I feel like we're going to fill that in. Right now, we're just kind of basing between that 10-point range of 43 and 33. So right now we are kind of riding that lineup, and we're staying above that session mid at the 762s. We're kind of looking for the 21 pullback. Right now, we're just kind of following the 9 EMA up. But hopefully once news come, it doesn't mess up the charts too bad. All right, running into a pivot here at the 812s. I figure we still got that 80 run. That's kind of what we're up here at the 880s, 870s. Good morning, Andy. How are you been doing? Boy, Mexico weather sounds pretty good right now because it is freezing here. Are you in a cold weather place? All right, so there's that next level up of 43. Excuse me. Still no pullback today. Just a lot of ugly body wick candles. Yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we're going to have to wait at their 9:45 till this news plays over. Whew. I'm hoping we can find an entry before this gap fills in. That's kind of what I was talking about this morning. So if you bring over your hour chart, this gaps it's all the way back into December 27th, where we're inside this gap at 750, and the top of it's at 880, 900. So that's kind of what we're wanting to get a trade within this part here. What sucks is we're getting this nice pullback, but we're only 30 seconds away from the news. Yeah, that's kind of my bias today too, Javas. Above 750, I was going to stay bullish. Man, we're probably going to miss out on this freaking 21 EMA trade. I just can't. There was no way for me to take that during a news play. Let's see. That sucks. Man, what a nice little pullback that was. Man, it was off the 5 minutes, the 21. Above the pivot. We're hoping for a second pullback. I'm hoping that's the first. And here's your also your 15-minute opening range here. Java, that sucks that that freaking news play had to be there right for the pullback we're waited on. Oh, we're getting errors with Ninja today? Shoot. All right. Kind of see what happens at this pivot. I don't know if it's gonna let us do this. Let us do this pivot here. We got the macro also coming up, so we got about 2 more minutes. And this is an eval we're trading this morning too, guys, starting out. So far, I haven't really liked the movement that we've had for funded. All right, so let's look at our next levels up if you're looking on the ES. So we got above the 50 or 43. That was the one level we kept bouncing off the 43. Next level is going to be 54. Then 54. After that, it's going to be your 60. All right, there's our 10-minute macro. And that's also the 15-minute, top of the 15 minutes. That's a 9 bounce. Just don't want to jump in too early here. You think close to the hour we could hit the reversal? Oh, dude, I hate when that happens. Sometimes, so I don't mess with my account. So I'll set my one account to a sim account, then I'll change it when I'm ready. And I have forgotten every now and then. I'll forget to change it, and I'm like, oh, sweet, a winning trade, and I'll look. I'm like, oh, you son of a bee. But the worst is when you're on a funded account, thinking you're on an eval. You're like, let me take this aggressive long or short. And it's a loser, and it's your funded account. That's the only thing that sucks about trading so many accounts sometimes. That's oh, it's so ugly this morning, guys. Ugly, ugly. I mean, we're moving up. It's just the candles are just so hard to enter because they're like 20 to 30, 25 point candles. So with all wicks. And if you're playing with a tight stop loss, that's hard to enter. I'm just gonna have to watch that one. I knew if I tried to jump in that, even though it broke the trend line, I would just probably would have got trashed on. Wow. That's probably going to be that close in of that one spot I was looking for at the 870s. It's still tough. Look at that. 20 point wick already. There's the top of your 15 minutes at the 830s. Damn. Didn't know if we get back above that 15 minutes. Yeah. It's just whipsawing so much. All right, we're about to have a new candle print. Let's see if the 15-minute holds. It's trying to hold up at the 830s here. I'm just gonna stay away from it. I was attempting to take that off the 15 minutes, but it's just kind of wicking back and forth. I mean, that's really no setup. That's just basically taking something off the 15 minutes. The setup should be us pulling back to the 21 EMA and looking for a bear flag or bull flag setup. I really wanted to get an entry so we can take, closing this gap at the freaking 880s, 870s. So far, your 15 minutes holding up at the 830s. Oof. This might be that dump you were talking about, Java. Top of the hour. Another little bounce. Here's another pivot touch. There's your 20 touch. Ooh, it just blew through that. We done tested that area a lot. We went break even fairly fast on that one for a little test of the 20 and the pivot there, but looks like we're going to have a fairly deeper pullback. Trying to wait and see what's going to happen at this pivot here. Damn it. Could not get above that pivot. I got fooled by the pivot, guys. All right, here we're getting above the pivot again. And that was an eval trade there, guys. Man, this thing is just whipsawing so bad. Oh, there was news. I guess I didn't realize that. Dude, that thing just barely hit 9. There it goes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It didn't close my trade. What the crap was that? Be careful. I don't know what that was, but that did not close out my trade. Interesting. Here comes another 21 bounce, but hell, that's multiple 21 bounces though. Yeah, kind of looking ugly at the moment. Excuse me. Whew. How bad this thing is just whipping. I mean, that's a what almost a what 25-point candle. That's what's making these entries a little bit tougher, guys, especially if you're playing with close stop losses. Definitely not a funded account trading day today. It's just basically just evals. I was waiting to see if we get above the 30 here at the 15 minutes. I'll see if we stay above the 30. Like I said, this is just a 90% eval here. It's just a one trade and done. So one trade and done. Woo, baby's rough today, guys. Like I said, no funded account trades today. So it was a bounce right off the 20, but it's still just kind of ugly bounce. So we're just got to sit here and just be patient and just wait and see if we get any kind of more setups. I've tried to take these little breakouts here on evals, but have not been successful with it. Hmm. This thing's just crazy. Ah, there's the short. Ah, dang it. That thing came back. Came all the way back up to the freaking 20 here. Might be one of those days you got to wait till after lunchtime to find something. Maybe this is finally the breakout here. Yeah, we're having some issues with our entries too. This stuff's not. This is the second time I've done that, and it's delaying. All right, so that puts us down 230 on one and up 97 on one. So, wow. Wow, what a nice sell. See if right now we're down to the I think we're just looking to see if this 86 is going to hold here. Wow, that is insane. Ooh, I done tried this long once already. What's up, Caesar? I got burned on this long earlier. We tried a long above this 15 minutes here. Really have not had any setups this morning. It was just pretty much just taking level support. I mean, taking trades off support levels. So that's kind of what's been happening from earlier. It's like it looks like we're getting above the 15-minute opening range, and we just cannot get above it. That was an insane bounce there. All right, here we go again. Nah. Dude, come on. Okay, I was about to say, shoot. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have very much profit on that one. Just the fact that I had to make up for the loss from a while ago. Oh, come on. Give me the 60. Then that'll leave us one contract left. I might keep my stop loss right below that 15-minute gap if it does pull back on us. This way we can still possibly hold for the long. Because I still feel like we have that gap up here at the 770s, 780s to fill in. And we only got to risk probably like a little bit. Yeah, it's been tough today, Caesar. I tried to YOLO on count this morning, but that failed because I have some of these 90% evals. We were trying to YOLO some of them. Look at this insane move back down. 30, almost a 30-point rip. At least 20 points. Come on, hold. We're still in this trade for about 5 points. All right, we're going to go to break even now. I figured that was one test, so let's hopefully this will get us to move back up here. Well, if we can get almost a 20-point move out of that one, that'd be an extra $40. Then leave the last one for the highs up here. We're just gonna look for 30 points. Like I said, even if we do take this win, we're not going to have very much on it because that's that count that we took a couple of losses on here. All right, good deal, good deal. All right, change accounts. So far, we're green, red on one account because we tried to YOLO an account this morning. We bought an account last week to try to YOLO, and it did not make it this morning. So far, no funded account trades. I did have some issues with some slippage this morning. I'm not gonna lie, and my not closing. And that was from, I want to say, the 1 hour charts. This is where I have that. If you look on the hour chart, so how I got this level that we were talking about was actually back in December up at the 80s. So this is why I chose 65, 60s as my target, because we would have to get through this level here. Then maybe we can continue looking for longs again. So far, the movement has still been pretty ugly this morning. So that last trade, we took off the 15 minutes there. The next setup we can look for is either a pullback into the 21 or a IBH trade. And we're still just kind of hovering around that 15-minute opening range here a lot. That's where we kept pulling back to. That's what we struggled to get through. And that's where I took my loss at, was trying to take a trade off of this 15 minutes. So that's why we're actually only up $18 on this account instead of the 200 here, because like I said, we had to make back the $200 we lost before that. Then, like I said, I tried to YOLO an account this morning, and that one blowed because it was a all-in type trade. It was one of those. I had bought one last week to do that for the 90% trade today. But today's been pretty tough as far as YOLOing goes. Uh, All right, there comes that gap fill. And this is the hour chart. So we did fill in the target that we were looking for this morning. That's why I was so animated about getting that long in this morning, because I figured we'd fill in this imbalance here. And this is on the hour chart. That imbalance play was all the way back, like I said, December, I want to say December 27th, 28th. There's a 9. Let's see if we can get another little 20 bounce here. I want to see something come back and hit the 40s. Unfortunately, I think none of our good movement that we're going to be waiting on is not going to come till probably after lunchtime, just because we had such big movement overnight. This is usually the case for the early morning. It's usually super choppy in the New York session. Come on. I'd like to see a little bit deeper. There we go. Keep on going. We're not going to take this one. We didn't really get the deeper pullback we were hoping for. We wanted to see a pullback into the 40s. Oh, excuse me. All right, we're heading back up to the top of that imbalance gap again. All right, there comes the top of that gap range again. Yeah. All right, there's the top of that range. That was pretty much the top of this imbalance here. That's kind of where we're getting stuck at the moment. The setup I'm looking for is for us to create a nice little bull flag. And I mean, we did have a bull flag here, but I want to see us pull back into like a bounce off of this red EMA here. So all right, here we go. So like I said, we're looking for the 21 EMA pullback here. Ah, come on. There's a 20. Whoa, what did that? Why wouldn't that take? Oh, wrong account. Get through this 9, we should move on up a little bit more. I'm not liking it though. There we go. All right. Let's see. You want to see it just a rip. You don't want to sit there and just freaking hesitate. We got the initial balance here at the 86s too. Looking for us to get above this 9, then we might hop back in here. Price action is tough today, guys. It's super tough. Shoot. This is what makes me go to break even so fast sometimes whenever we start hesitating to move up. All right, looks like it's going to get stopped out on that one. Going to put us back in the red again on that account. So it looks like we're probably going to be heading for 50 EMA touch. Yeah, no, this is tough today. If it don't get any better, Caesar, we might just take a break and just come back for power hour. You have a resting off at the 787s. Yeah, I may give it about 10 or 15 more minutes. If we can't get nothing going, we're probably just going to get off and come back for power hour. Looks like we want to move back down. What's up, Ponzi? Yeah, Ponzi, I think we're going to get off and probably come back for power hour or come back after lunch and see if the movement's better. Because this stuff has just been tough sitting here watching. Still no funded account trades today. We've just been trading evals. Ooh, we finally moving up. That I'm not sure about. I've never tried that, Ponzi. What's up, Jasper? Usually I'm just doing like 5 micros. But it's been a super choppy day so far. I think that's probably going to be the end of my, as far as taking trades today. We're just going to just sit here and just kind of watch price action. It's just price action so choppy this morning. And it's just best to probably stay away from this. Ponzi, are you shorting or longing anything? The hardest. Yeah, that's kind of how it's been for me this morning. Java is a lot of back and forth. We tried to YOLO an account this morning to try to get a fourth one passed, but it failed on us. Definitely wasn't a good morning for YOLOing. All right, so here comes our IBH. So did take some chips. So like I said, no funded account trades today, guys. Only eval trades. Don't remember what that level was. I'm pretty sure that was off another like IBH play or 15-minute gap here. So right now we're kind of bouncing off that non-EMA. I mean, we've been following the EMA. We just had those few push through here and there. That would have been 10 points off of that freaking EMA. How many trades have you taken today, Java? There's the 21 touch. Have you only traded evals only today? I don't know what that level is there, right above the 68s. Let's see. Dude, every trade has had that like quick push. I hit about 8 or 9, then it just stops on us. Dude. That was so distracting. That was loud. We were hoping for initial balance breakout there. Sell high, buy low. I'm just looking for some scalps over here, Ponzi. We'll give this one more try to the upside. If this fails, that'll put us in the red about 70, 60 bucks. That was still just tough, even getting 10 points off of that. Unfortunately, it just made up the trade that we lost before that, so it's not like we're ahead. This is brutal, guys. Brutal. No good follow through or anything. What makes it hard is these freaking 10, 15, 20 point wicks. That's what's making these trades so tough. I almost just want to go down to 2 micros, honestly, and just see if we can just add to our profit. This way, the most if I lose, it'll just be 40 bucks per trade. All right. Here comes our IBH breakout again. That's what I was hoping for when I got in this trade, is that we would get this initial balance breakout above 86. And we still could get it. That was, well, no, I guess we've already tested that 93 times. So that's why I thought, third time I would think that we'd break through. It's waiting for that big sell-off, Ponzi. Like I said, we did blow an account this morning. We tried to YOLO one of those 90% evals to get a 4th one pass. And that one we blew this morning. That was this one here. This is the one we're trading over here that we're only up 73 bucks. Ooh, is this finally the breakout through this freaking IBH here? I'm looking for the breakout above the IBH. Even if it breaks out, we're only going to be trading 2 micros. Actually, maybe 3. This does not want to pop through. This is a bearish wedge that we're in. I mean, we've been just moving higher and higher, but it's just been a grind. There haven't really been many setups, and that's what's been making it kind of tough with some of these entries. You're just pretty much just barcoding sideways on a higher, like, just huge wicks, big candles. So if you're using tight stop loss, it stops you out. And that's what I do use. I use a tight stop loss. I don't know if we're gonna get a crash. You would think we get a big old pullback since we moved up so much overnight. Because I don't think we ever took out the lows from overnight. No. Hmm. Maybe this is finally the move back down. See, this stuff's just messing with people today, man. What is that? That was the 11 o'clock hour there. I had a look of moving down and just popped up like freaking 20 points. Hopefully no one uh-oh. Hopefully no one messed up their funded accounts on this crap today. Hopefully maybe you just traded eval only, because that's what I did. I stayed away from all funded accounts today. I usually trade my fundeds on a more like good trending day. I usually try to stay away from choppy days with funded accounts because we only need $380 for a payout. So we're just taking it nice and slow. So that's only like 4 winning trades, maybe 3 winning trades, depending on a runner. All right. Comes another sell off. Nasty, nasty wick, guys. Nasty wicks. I wouldn't mind seeing a 50 touch, retest the 20, then sell off. That's kind of like a little move there, too, if you're looking for shorts. Ah, finally starting to get a good looking candle. There we go. These candles have been just pure ugliness this morning. All small body, big wicks. All the ones you think you're going to get that breakout candle, it always turns. They always pull right back up, creating a small body, all wick. It seemed like almost every candle today, with a select few of breakout candles. There's the retest of the 20 EMA. Just to move back up finally. We'll try one more time. Like I said, we're just on 3 micros. We're lowering our risk down a lot just because how ugly it's been this morning. We'll risk a little bit. I don't want to risk much. No more than 5 handles. What is that? 30 bucks. So if we lose a trade, we'll just be out 30 bucks. Just trying to keep our losses kind of small just because how choppy it's been this morning. Shoot, that's going to come back and get us. My stop loss, well, I'll do a little bit more, just above that 20. But we're still in this trade for what, 7? It's about what, 30, 40? I want to say above 85. I may go to break even if it comes back and break us even. Just because, I mean, you can see it. I mean, look at these ugly candles over here. It looks like you're going to get nice follow through, and literally we just reverse, and it'll be like all wick candles. Yeah, we're just going to go to break even. So it'll either get us it'll either be a winner or it'll just come back and break even. Break even. What's up, Aaron? How are you doing? There it goes. Don't know if we quite got our 10 points yet. I think our 10 points was sitting at about 70 or 88. It looks like that would have gave us our 10 points, but it'd have been a rough 10 points. We're struggling to stay alive over here today. Like I was saying, everyone, we did YOLO a eval this morning, and we did not pass. And this other account, we just been kind of just basically going back and forth. All right, there's the probably our IBH breakout. Unfortunately, we weren't able to stay in that trade just because I was scared off just because of the price action we've had all morning. What a bummer. We finally got into a breakout and couldn't stay in it. You feel like we're in a bull trap? Ponzi, how's the weather up in Cleveland, man? It is freaking freezing here in Arkansas. I can't imagine what it's like up north. There's our 9 pullback. Look at that. That's 4 hours. Yeah, we got very cold weather for our area. Ugly. Comes another 20 touch. So we're risking $60 per trade with 3 micros. Man, these fake breakouts are just been wrecking me today. And then it takes so long to move up, I get impatient, then I end up going to break even, then it comes back and stops me out. All right, we're going to go to break even again above the... Got the first target. Let me look over here on the 1 hour and see where we could go. So we got above that. Never mind. Came back in, not even looking at it. I was like, come back and get my stop loss. I was looking for a move to the upside. It came back and hit us. So that really only put us up 100 and what, $10. So this is definitely one of the days that you got to take profit. Like no runner has worked out once today. I have had no luck with runners. Just struggle just hitting that, 10 points. Man, I thought that was going to be the push there. Once we got above that initial balance. Yeah, no kidding, man. It's just like most of my trades where I feel like we're going to hit our target, we always end up paper handing and it comes back and stops us out for no loss just because it's been so hard to trade this today. All these 10-point wick candles have been brutal. Most cases, for anybody that watches the stock market day, anytime that we have big movement overnight, you can kind of expect this. Like anytime I've ever seen big movement overnight, we will always have a pretty crappy New York session where it's just really tough to trade. Let's check out the 15-minute candles. What does that look like today? But is this the big pullback we're going to be waiting on? Is this? Oh, goodness. We're definitely not going to try that again. That's going to be another IBH push here. Let's check the ES, because a lot of times if the ES is above it, even the ES charts looks nasty. Look at these just nasty looking candles on the ES. Right now it looks like we're kind of having a back wick test off of the 63s if you look at this swing we got here. We need a nasty sell off or something, Ponzi. We need the 1 hour, maybe the 1 hour will pull all the way back into the 810s. The 1 hour looks like it wants to pull back. Let's see what happens here. Look at these little baby 1 hour candles. Nasty. Here we go. We're losing the 50. See if we can retest the 50 one more time before we push down. It's trying to get through. All right. That was a fail to the 50, retest of the 29. Let's see if the 9 and 20 holds here, we should get a deeper pullback. That's if it holds. So this is your initial balance high again. This is kind of where we'd be getting stuck. It's so much harder to take these trades whenever we don't retest this area like 4 or 5 times. Let's see if it holds. Looks like it wants to hold. Like I said, 3 micros, guys. We're just risking $60 per trade. This will probably be my last IBH trade if this one fails. And it's looking that way. Yep. Son of a bee. Think that didn't get back all of our profits, but it knocked us back down to 50 bucks. I mean, that just shows you the kind of day it's been. Here's that account we YOLO'd this morning. Let's see if we lose that 50 EMA here. I wonder if we got to have a pullback to the 30s if you're looking at the hourly chart. So far, we're only up 50 bucks so far today, guys, just from the up and down trading. I wonder if we don't get the short here. Just kind of watching the hour chart here. We don't retested this 50. This is the second time we've been down at this 50 EMA. Let's see. Like I said, guys, just 3 micros. So if this trade fails, it'll pretty much put us back at break even for the day. It's pretty much where we started out this morning. Yeah, come on. All right, there was your first target. I got 40 or a 40 pick just because if you're looking at the hour chart, you got the hour possibly could come back down to this non-EMA over here. Doesn't look like we're gonna get it. Nope. And that's something else I was saying about the runners today. There haven't been one single time that we've had runners. That got us back up to 88. Like I said, this is the one account that we YOLO'd today. No PA account trades today. These are the PA accounts. We still need $380 for a payout. So we're just going to knock it down to 2 micro. Ponzi, I was hoping for the big sell-off there, man. I thought, I know Ponzi's over here wanting to sell off. I thought maybe that's going to be the sell-off. So we really haven't had a lot of good bear and bull flags today. This is why we've stayed away from funded accounts today. Oh, man. This is some of the trades I've gotten burned on earlier because you thinking like you keep retesting the 50. You don't know if this is going to be the breakout because if we ever get above this IBH, we could easily go 20, 30 points above this level. Let's see if this green candle turns red on the hourly. All right, we're at the IBH one more time. Let's see what happens. Like I said, we're just on 2 micros now, so we're going to break even fairly quick just because it's just been one of those days. Because I done tried this trade multiple times and it's failed, so I don't really want to risk even 40 bucks. Either it's going to like go like you're expecting it, or it's just going to come back and stop us out. So you're saying the wedge is breaking finally? Man, just a struggle to get 10 points. Goodness, Ponzi, goodness. What numbers do we got coming out Wednesday? Maybe that's more interesting to look than sitting here watching this crap. Let's see. Wednesday. Job numbers. Oh yeah, I don't think job numbers are ever correct. We got some 3-star news. Well, tomorrow actually we have job opening numbers at 10 o'clock, along with non-manufacturing numbers and non-manufacturing PMI numbers. And that's for tomorrow. More likely, when it does finally break out of this, we're just going to have to miss it because we done tried this multiple times already. All right. So, like I said, guys, we've even bumped it down a little bit on our risk. We're just down to 2 micros if we are taking trades. This way, we can either get back to break even where we started out today, or just not to lose more than $40 a trade. Do we finally break out of the range here? Because the bottom of this range has been 65. This is some of the shorts that I've tried earlier. The one where I thought maybe we would push down to the 40s. Ooh, ugly. So far, we're just kind of ranging sideways. You can kind of see it if you go back here and look to the left here. Ever since about 9:20 or 10:20, we've just been in this range. That's how I got stopped out a while ago, because I thought we are going to have the sell off, and I got stopped out at the bottom of this range here. So, like I said, if we take a trade, the most that we're going to be risking is $40 per trade. I don't know why it's making it do that. Thank you. Unless I got my foot on the desk, like shaking or something. That's the only thing I can think of. All right, is this going to be that 30 touch that we were looking for a while ago? If you look over the hour, it looks like the hour could, you would think the hour would want the 45. Nope, we're still bouncing off that range. Now, if this doesn't get back up to this range up here and we start heading back up, starts heading back down, we could have our little nice sell off here. We'll try it one more time here. Like I said, the most we're risking is $40, 2 micros. These are just kind of on a 90% eval from Apex. So this is definitely not a setup. This is more or less a riskier trade. Risk a few more points on this one and see if our 9 at 21 holds up. Man, that thing reversed as soon as it freaking hit the bottom of this range. We were trying to catch the breakout to the maybe the retest of this 9 down at the 45s. We also got this big wick down here too that we could retest, possibly. Still struggling. Get through those 60s. This is a eval only trade, guys. This is that one eval we've been trading most of the morning. Like I said earlier, no funded account trades today. So we haven't really had any setups today that I like as far as setup goes. Looks like it's going to come back and get us. I gave it a little bit more room to run just above that 21 EMA because sometimes we have to pull back and touch that 20. If I was on higher micros or something larger, I probably would have went to break even as soon as we got it below that 60. But since it's just 2 micros, we're just going to stay in it. Just because, I mean, as you can see, these candles are just whipping. This looks like it's about to stop us out. We're already in the 70s again. Probably my opportunity to go to break even. Like I said, if I was on larger contracts, I would probably go to break even because I'd be scared because it's already tried this trade like 4 times already to get down there, and we're just struggling to get through the 60s. So I'm hoping to hit that wick. The struggle bus. Come on. If you're looking at the hour chart, I mean, 45 looks like it's definitely a target on the 45, I mean, 1 hour chart here. Oh, come on. It's brutal, guys. Brutal. I mean, just trying to get 10 points has just been pulling teeth. I don't know how many more chances I want to give it before I go to break even because I done gave it like 3 chances to push down into the 50s to clear out this wick. Because what happens, it'll continue to try, then it'll have to have a deeper pullback to get down there, and it'll more likely come back and stop us out. It's been rough, Caesar. It's like a. All right, come on, finally. I put this line there because that's the bottom of that wick. We only got till 49 if you're looking at your. Okay. All right, we're going to break even. Oh, dang it. It wicked down there and hit that freaking 45. We'll risk a little bit since it's just one micro. That's left. Was that 810? Yeah, I only held that just because of how little we were in the trade for. Yeah, that had me I was just trust me, if I was in there like, full with like 6, 7, 8 micros, I'd have probably been over there like, goodness. I'd have already probably went to break even and it would have took me out. I like to stay above this 50 and see how deep of a pullback we can get. Because if you're looking at the 1 hour chart, I mean, I don't see why we couldn't get back to the 810s. On the 1 minute, you're looking at least probably the 823s. All right, there comes the non-EMA pullback on your hour chart. That's that one area we're looking for at 49, which we've already hit it once. We wigged down and hit it. And it's not like we're even going to make a lot of money off of this as far as our eval goes, because it only puts us up over $100 for the day. This is that one we kind of been going back and forth with. This is the one we YOLO'd this morning. And no funded account trades today. So we really didn't have any good setups, like setups that I like. So these are all been eval trades today. All right. Once the hour gets below that 49, I may make 49 my stop loss. Come on. We're already up about 15. I really don't want it to come back and stop us out. But the hour is kind of bouncing off of that 50 or the non-EMA. So this was kind of the trade we were looking for earlier because we tried this short earlier and we didn't get it. This is the we were looking for when we were watching the hour chart. Or maybe we can add one contract if it pulls back, maybe. Yeah, it's been a rough couple hours, Caesar. If I was on funded, we probably would Java, but just being a cheap eval, I prefer to get the bigger move or just lose a few dollars on this eval. Yeah, definitely no follow through for the day. There's your 21 EMA touch. All the way to Memphis. I don't go to Memphis a lot, Ponzi. I'm not a big fan of big cities. I try to stay away from them. But I always have to drive through Memphis multiple times a year. Oh man, this might be a reversal here. It got fugly there. All right, we're just gonna go to break even. Uh, I think I'm about to do the same, Caesar. Just go sit and drink coffee, maybe come back for power hour. Yeah, anytime you get these small body, big wick move type days, it definitely makes it for a tough trading day. Usually, I've been trying to get better at judging my days as far as when it comes to trading funded accounts. If it looks like crappy price action, I don't even attempt to take them out. All right, we didn't get nothing on the runner there. I mean, we did get about 20 points on the runner, but I was looking for a move all the way back down to this 200 moving average. Holy crap, man. Look at this. Let's see if this gap holds here or if we lose it. Man, it looks like it wants to go back down, doesn't it? Downtown. Got the wick down there at the bottom at the 40s. We'll try it with, like I said, the 2 micros here and see if we can rerun this wick here. So we're risking $40 per trade whenever we take these trades. Just because the price action's been so tough today, we're not going to risk a lot. Yeah, I thought once we got back through this gap on this imbalance on the bottom side, we would continue selling. Don't want to get stopped out on the 21 touch if it has to pull back and hit that 21. Uh-oh. All right, guys, this one's probably going to be my last trade of the day just because price action has not been very friendly to me today. All right, so this is the accounts we're going to pretty much, like I said, this is the one we YOLO'd this morning to try to pass one of those 90%. We still got a few more that we can try YOLOing maybe. And this is the one that you guys have been seeing me watch me with just 2 or 3 micros. We've been just kind of going back and forth. So we're just going to end up with $52 for the day. Definitely not a lot just because we've been trading small micros, just because the price action has been pretty tough today. Because if I sit here and trade this, I'll still be getting, I don't know, there's just so many fake outs today. Not really any good follow through. I think we're just going to have to wait till after the lunch hour for the market to kind of get back to normal. And that usually happens whenever we have those big moves in the morning or overnight. Because, man, we got big wick down here at the 7. I don't think we could sell off 100 points, but hey, who knows? Look at that crap, man. Come back and stop me out, then hit my target. Son of a bee. But that's the type of day it'd been, because my next target down would have been 30. Then if you're looking at the hour chart, we could easily pull back all the way to the 799s. So oh well. All right, guys, we'll be back for power hour.